What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So today we're going to talk about SPM. SPM apparently is going to have a parole board hearing soon. I'm not someone who ever listened to his music, so I don't have any positive memories attached to this individual. SPM is like, he's been like, for some reason, like a polarizing figure. Why? For what reason? If, is it a geographical thing? Because I've heard people from Texas say they don't want to see him get out. And I'm going to shout out especially, I just saw it last night as I was scrolling through YouTube. Nino America, I think his name is. Shout out to Nino America. If I got your name wrong, I apologize. But he's from Texas. I believe they said he's from Midland, Texas. And he is petitioning or he is notifying the board, and he is asking others to notify the board of their concern about SPM being released and reoffending. Now, I will say, as much of a square as I am, or as much of a square as I want to be and try to be in my day-to-day life, the old me is always there. And the old me says, don't petition to keep him in. Petition to get him out. Because obviously where he's at, street justice, criminal justice, as far as the criminal world, is not being served. And so let him re-enter society and maybe he gets the justice he deserves. Now, I'm not saying that I want to see anything happen to him. I'm saying the old me, that's the way I used to think. I remember when I was fighting my murder case, and one of the guys who was probably one of the main reasons why the whole thing happened, he's actually the one that I was trying to get that night, but he ran, and he ran straight to a payphone. I didn't see him. I chased him down, and I didn't see him. Couldn't find him. He had ran straight to a payphone and was calling the cops. But they came 3 times to start shit with us. But he ran straight to a payphone. Anyhow, he used to tell me in court, "You're dead. We're gonna fucking kill you. This and that." And I used to tell him, "Then don't testify against me. You already gave up statements on me. Don't testify against me. Let me get out on the streets and we'll run it back." But that was the old me, the old mentality. It's not cool. It's not cool to take someone's friend's life and then talk shit. But I was angry, and that's just where my mentality was back then. And that's why I say the old me is always on my ear whispering. The old me doesn't forget how to think in that type of way. So when I heard that last night, that they want to get a petition to keep him in, it was a trip how the old me was the first one to respond. Let him out. And I think a part of why the old me was the first part of me to react is because this individual has zero humility, zero remorse. He's sticking to his story that he was set up. I mean, how many setups were they? Were they all setups? Right? I see people say that they really love his music. And because they love his music so much, they've really looked into it. And they think it was a setup. I just, like, last night I said, because I really don't know anything about the dude other than what the cases are. The allegations are. And it's not one. People need to stop looking at one and saying, "Oh no, that's a setup." I read a story where somebody was saying that they were a fan of his, and that the mother of the 5-year-old was trying to blackmail him because he slept with her. Who cares? So like, if you're really in that that life and you're sleeping around and you're doing whatever, how do you get blackmailed? What was the blackmail that she was gonna do, right? Or she was gonna tell somebody that he had slept with the mom, and like I didn't get it. Just to me, it doesn't make sense. But I don't want to get caught up in the weeds. I am not a fan of his. Definitely not with the cases that he has, the allegations against him, again, which is more than one. He's about to his release date, I think, is in 2047. But he has a parole hearing coming up. I don't know anything about the Texas system. Someone who does know about it and who has been, here's the thing I'll say. If you've been in the Texas system is one thing. If you've been in the Texas system and you've gone to board, because I don't know how they go to board. I don't know how they go about being released in Texas. I don't know if everyone sees board. Some people, because in California, not everyone sees board. Now they have these dudes that are nonviolent. I think they get a hearing. I think there's different people, but it was always you had to have a life sentence in California to go before the parole board. I know for over here in California, it is a very in-depth process. The board members, I feel they get it right out here in California. And here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you why. It doesn't matter how smart of a criminal you are. They deal with thousands of you. They deal with thousands of the smartest criminals in California every year. So when dudes go in there and they're trying to run drag and fake emotions, they see right through it. Over here in California, you have to be evaluated by psychologists before you even see the board. And that psychologist is rating your threat level to society if you were to be released. So you have to go through that. Then you have to go to the board hearing. 5, 6 hour, 7 hour hearing. Then if they find you suitable, the governor gets to review you. So California has a very, I think like I said, I think they get it right, man. I got denied the first time, and they said because I hadn't developed enough insight. They were 1,000% right. And in Texas, I don't know if they're that in depth. I would like to hear from someone how their hearings are, their parole hearings. I know out here in California, the way that SPM is bragging about how he's going to be out and 2024 is going to be his year. The parole board would out here in California wouldn't like that. That would probably be enough for them to be like, yeah. You need to go ahead and sit down for another 5 years and come back, because there's way too much arrogance. See, they view it as, where is the remorse? Where is the consideration for a victim? These statements are all about him. And it's arrogant. And he knows that there are a lot of people who don't like him, who don't wish him well, and he's taunting them. Those are things in California where the board would be like, you are not ready. You are still a threat to society. And I'm telling you, California, the board, they know what they're doing. Texas, somebody let me know in the comments. Make a video. If you have a channel, make a video so I can see it and maybe I'll react to it. Before I go, a couple things. As you can see, the office is changing. There's some things going on. So right now, I can't go live. Right now, I'm recording from my phone. I still have my setup right here. Everything's right here. But there are some things being done. So bear with me. And before I go, here's one of the shirts from the sponsor. Cotton Crack. Oh, 4 fingers up, twisted in the middle, baby. Bam, the dub. Go ahead and check them out. I'll try to put the commercial back on here right now. I know last time you guys, everybody was like, oh, the commercial is so small. That wasn't on them. That was on me. But everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.